Hi guys, it's Rae. Today I have to work on 2 nightmare tumblers. So I have my tattoos ready, I have my tumblers ready, and I'm gonna be honest, my spray paint like melted off these cups, but I'm covering it and it'll be fine. Do they look pretty? Nope. But I'm gonna do one on a 30-ounce thick, and then the other one's a 20-ounce skinny. The thick gets the super big one. I cut it in half and trimmed a little bit off of the oogie side. That way it'll fit. So I'm going to start with the jack side. I'm going to peel my protective plastic. Now, you only get one chance when you apply these. So, put it where you want it. Because once it's there, it's there. I'm going to move these so they don't get wet. Getting my paper towel ready. And put your paper towel on. Hopefully that's just my paper towel sliding and not my hands. I painted these with 2 coats of Rust-Oleum white and then 3 coats of the Rust-Oleum Glow Max. And for some reason, this is the 3rd time this has happened. Whatever my newest can of the white is just not agreeing with my Glow Max. So it's been fun. Alright, I'm going to take that off and see if it's ready. I'm just going to run one of these little squeegees around quick. Push any air bubbles out now that I can. And let's see if it's ready to slide off. Perfect. So I'm just going to set this one aside for a minute. I'm going to do the little one. Now the little one's much, much smaller. You're going to end up with a ton of room on your cup. So I will show you a little later after these are dry how I'm going to address that. But get it placed. Same thing, get it wet. And while I let that sit, I'm going to blot the front of this other one dry. I don't sit and wait in between doing one side and the other. I like to just keep moving, so personal preference, if you're more comfortable letting it completely dry, I'll let it completely dry. And that should be good. So that one's on. That's it for that one. Like I said, there's a lot of blank on that. We'll take care of it though. I'm just going to sit that on the other side's backer. Or back on its backer, I guess I should say. Now, this side I find I do have to trim. I try and keep it just to the bottom of Oogie's tail and just above Zero's doghouse. And yes, it is incredibly obnoxious that Zero's doghouse is not mirrored, because as soon as you put it on, it's backwards. So go for somewhat centered. It is going to overlap a tiny bit on the sides. It's not going to hurt anything. I promise you. But if you want to sit there and get super finicky on your trimming, go ahead. I just don't. Let that sit a moment. I'm just working these 2 cups in one video because you've seen it before. There's no reason for me to do multiples. So again, I like to run my squeegee. I keep calling it a squeegee, but these are just silicone brushes. They come in a lot of your kits you get on Amazon. You can buy them at the Dollar Tree. You can buy them separately on Amazon. There's actually going to be a couple in my 5K giveaway package. So I'm going to fold that over the top and let it dry and then cut it even or sand it off. But that's it. They're on there. They look great. Like I said, that little bit of overlap, you don't even really notice it. I mean, I know it's there over this poor ghosty. That's the worst of it. But I'll be back when this is dry for the next step. Okay, I am ready to ink these. I have Tim Holtz Slate, Pitch Black, and Purple Twilight. I'm going to avoid the Pitch Black if possible. And the one I'm just going to try and use the Slate. So I'm going to put some on a thing. And I have a makeup wedge that I'm just going to blot on there. And if you feel like it's too dull, you can go over it again. And I may have to pull in some of that black. I'm just hoping the black doesn't turn green under the resin, because it sometimes does. Put the top back on this and shake it up good. Shake them both up. It's just like vinyl backing paper. I used Ash from a different brand last time I did one of these, and I'm kind of feeling like I maybe should have just grabbed that again. But just keep going until you get full coverage, blending it all. You just want all those little white spots from your overlap filled in. And I forgot my gloves, so I'm gonna be covered in alcohol ink. Yay! Okay, so that just fills it in a bit. So that one's good. This little one is the one I'm going to use the purple more on, but I do think I'm going to grab a different gray. I'm going to grab this ash from Pixiss. And my purple. Using purple twilight, which hopefully won't turn blue on me. This is one of those where I'm going to ask you to trust me and trust the process. I wish I had a piece of regular vinyl backer. This is from a printable vinyl, and it just doesn't work as well. So I'm actually going to switch to a little medicine cup. Just dragging through around the edge. Try not to go too much over the image, but trying to fill. Just trying to get a quick coat on every bit of it to start with. I just didn't want to make the whole cup black. So I'm going in with the purple. Okay, I'm going to get some more of each in my cup and get this sheet out of the way. Grab the right one. I have a little bug in my room. Ay, ay, ay. When you go over with another color, it'll free up that original color some. Rework it, let it back down. I grabbed that other sponge that just had the black from the other cup, so it might pull some strange color from that. Ooh. Go directly on the cup, be careful. It'll take over in a hurry. Do not let it spread over your image. Alright, so I also have a paintbrush here and some ink or alcohol that I'm going to start brushing over with. And that's going to kind of really loosen up the ink and give it more of that cloud effect. I'm going to kind of work around in sections so a little section can dry. And I may pick up more of my purple here and there. But I'm just going to keep working it until I'm happy with my overlaps. Keep an eye out for drips like that. I just want any lines kind of softened up a bit again. %, personal choice. Quit where you are comfortable. I'm going to pick up a little bit of that ash. To work over the bottom. Let me bring in some more of the ash on the side. But that's where I'm at. I got one little funky color here I'm going to try and correct some. Just have fun with it. Kind of like to keep the flow of the shapes a little bit irregular. But I think no, I ran over my image a tiny bit. Let me see if I can just wipe it off or smooth it in. Did the same over here because I don't really want to put alcohol on the image to try and clean it off. But I think I'm good with that. I think I'm pleased with it. I like the broody look of the colors with the image of the tattoo. So I'm going to let my ink set for a little bit, and then I'm going to come back in with some resin. So I will be back for the resin step. Okay, I just finished modifying this 2-cup turner, and it's not so much that I needed more turners, it's that I need to start eliminating some of my power plugs on my turners. So I'm going to try this one out, and it is a little unstable with the cups on it because using it with my own arms made the arms longer, I believe. So I'm going to have to mount them, or it, to a block of wood, which is no big deal. But if it's a little rocky right now, that is why. I'm not adding anything to the glitter. I thought about using an additive, one of my new diamond dusts, but I just kind of want to leave these ones as is. So I'm just giving them a pretty thin coat for now. And I'm going to get my new turner dirty. So, not sure what kind of a football or what arm this is on, but it is pretty wobbly on it. And I don't know if these have gotten nearly enough light to see if they'll glow. They're on my darker side of my room, unfortunately, because I haven't eliminated any of my other turners yet, so I couldn't put it in its space where it's ultimately going to go because I already had cups on them. So I'll get them all shuffled around in a day or two. My one is going directly in the trash. It's dropped 2 cups on me this week, so this turner couldn't have gotten here in a better time. And also by having 2 side by side like this, when I'm doing 2 of the same cup, I'll be able to actually run them together much easier. I've always wanted singles so I could move them out of the way easier, but now I'm finding singles are kind of not working as well for me. I'm still going to keep several singles. Like, I think I want 2 of these, and then just all of this style of single I already have. Alright. Oh my god, I love how this one looks, the purples. It looks freaking killer under the resin. I'm going to get these gloves off and I'm going to bring you down to see them in just a second. I'm going to grab my torch and pop some bubbles quick. When you're torching, carefully, once around, like, pay attention to where you started. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you down and let you see. Look at this one first. This one's not too exciting. I did have a little chip in Oogie's hat that I didn't notice until shortly before I went to put the resin on, and I actually took Tim Holtz Mojito ink, and it was like a perfect match. You can see it, but I mean, unless you knew it was there, you would think it was just part of the print. So, here's the purple one. I do have a little ghosting from where my purple ink ran, but you know what? I don't care. This is just, my phone doesn't want to focus on the purple. Hang on. Look how beautiful that looks. I am really, 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 really thrilled with these. So, that's it for this set of Nightmare Cups. Thank you so very, very much for watching. I appreciate you all very, very much.